Hello students, in today's chemistry lesson we are going to talk about the first chapter of chemistry, that is chemical reaction. What is a chemical reaction? When one or more substances undergo a chemical change with the absorption or release of energy, generally heat energy, so as to form one or more products, then the changes taking place collectively are called as a chemical reaction. During a chemical reaction, the substances that react are known as reactants, whereas the substances that are formed during a chemical reaction are known as products. Based on the reactant involved and the product form, we have six types of chemical reactions. The first one is combination reaction or addition reaction. Second one is decomposition reaction. Third one, displacement reaction. Fourth one, double displacement reaction. Fifth one, oxidation reaction. And number six, reduction reaction. Let us talk about the first one, that is combination reaction. What is a combination reaction? The reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product is called a chemical combination reaction, or sometimes it is also called as an addition reaction. Let us have a look at this representation of a combination reaction. We can see that there are two balls in the reactant site, and after they undergo a chemical reaction, these two balls combine together to form one product. Let us see some example of combination reaction. The first example of combination reaction, as we can see here, is burning of coal. Burning of coal is the reaction of carbon with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. The second one, formation of water. Here hydrogen will combine with oxygen to form H2O, that is water molecule. And the last one, that is quicklime, will combine with another molecule of water to form slakelime. Okay, here is a combination of two molecules, that is quicklime, calcium oxide plus water. Now let's talk about the second type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reaction. What is decomposition reaction? The chemical reaction in which a compound splits into two or more simple substances is called decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction are basically of three types. The first one is thermal decomposition reaction. When a chemical compound decomposes on heating so as to form two or more substances, then the chemical reaction is called as thermal decomposition reaction. The second one is electrolytic decomposition reaction. When the decomposition is carried out by passing electricity, then the chemical reaction is called electrolytic decomposition reaction. The third one is photolytic decomposition reaction. When the decomposition of the chemical compound is carried out in the presence of sunlight, then the reaction is called as photolytic decomposition reaction, or the other name for it is called as photodecomposition reaction. Some of the example of decomposition reaction we have, as we can see here, the first one is ferrous sulfate. The moment we subject ferrous sulfate under heat, we will get three other simpler substances, that is ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. The second one is limestone. The moment we subject limestone to heat, we will get two simpler substances or compounds, which is quicklime and carbon dioxide. The third type of chemical reaction is displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? The chemical reactions in which more reactive elements displaces less reactive element from its solution is known as displacement reaction. One example of displacement reaction is that of iron and copper sulfate solution. Iron being more reactive than copper, we will see that copper is being replaced by iron in the product side. Here, the product side, we will get iron sulfate and copper. The fourth type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. What is a double displacement reaction? Double displacement reaction is almost the same as displacement reaction, But in this type of reaction, we have a mutual exchange of ions between two compounds. As we can see here in this representation of the compounds by the ball, we can see here in the reactant side we have two different types of compound, and in the product side these ball they interchange with each other and have two completely different product. There are two different types of double displacement reaction which are very important reaction, and these are precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. Precipitation reaction is when an aqueous solution of two ionic compounds reacts by exchanging their ions to form two or more new compounds such that one of the product form is an insoluble salt and hence form a precipitate. In neutralization reaction, when an aqueous solution of an acid react with a base by exchanging their ions to form salt and water, the reaction is called neutralization reaction. One example of double displacement reaction is that of an acid and a base. For example, as we can see here, H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, plus NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, will react with each other and exchange their ions to form Na2SO4, sodium sulfate, and water molecule. The fifth type of chemical reaction is oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction, it is a process of gaining oxygen and removal of hydrogen during a chemical reaction. As we can see here in this example, we have copper plus oxygen will give us copper oxide. Copper here gain oxygen. Okay, and the last one is reduction reaction. Reduction reaction is just the reverse of oxidation. It is a process of losing oxygen during a chemical reaction. In this example, you can see here copper oxide plus hydrogen, we will get copper plus water molecule. In this reaction, copper oxide is reduced to copper, meaning that copper oxide loses oxygen and become copper, Cu, and H2 is oxidized to water molecule. In other words, one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced. Such reactions are called redox reaction. I hope this simple video will help you understand and remember the different types of chemical reaction. So thank you and see you in the next video.